And moving right along, my stock to watch today is Disney. The company plummeting another 13%, as you can see, missing on key numbers across the board after reporting earnings last night. The only saving grace, those subscriber net additions. Disney Plus net adds coming in at 12.1 million versus expectations of 9.35 million, but that wasn't enough to stop the bleeding as direct-to-streaming losses accelerated to a whopping 1.5 billion this quarter compared to 1.1 billion in Q3. And then on the park side, and this seems to be one of the main reasons, if not the main driver of this sell-off today, a miss on revenue, operating income also falling short 1.5 billion versus estimates of 1.9 billion as recession fears continue to pressure consumer demand. And guys, you know, the parks business, it's long looked at as this is an untouchable thing for Disney, and I think this really spooked investors, Rochelle.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, we heard from analyst Michael Nathanson from MoffettNathanson saying, rarely have we ever been so incorrect in our forecasting of Disney profits. Disney is that bellwether company when it comes to consumers, what they're willing to spend. And parks were doing incredibly well. So this really was a shock to the system and a wake-up call, despite some of the gains they saw with Disney Plus. Still clearly not enough here. Investors not happy about this, but we'll see. Obviously, as things perhaps pick back up, there might be some hope there. I wouldn't write Disney off just yet, but at least for now, definitely under pressure. Dave?
No, because still a monster in the streaming space. Some bad news on the horizon with parks may have to close for a couple of days for their next quarter because another tropical storm/hurricane on the way. And investors really focused on cost cutting. But Disney/ESPN wants to keep the deal with the NBA, which expires after next season. The NBA wants $75 billion a year, reportedly. How do they balance that with those desires from investors to cut costs on content spend? It's going to be an interesting road ahead, Rochelle.
For sure. We know those bidding wars for some of those sports streaming things continue to rise.